Hello and welcome to Mutual Funds Sahi Hai presents Smart Nivesh Sahi Nivesh, partnered by Times Network. Now in this initiative, we're heading out and talking to people and helping people so that they can invest better, invest wisely and invest for their financial futures. On this very special segment, we're actually looking at some statements that might be considered as myths or facts. These statements are around mutual funds. A lot of people talk a lot of stuff about mutual funds. Some of them are myths, some of them are facts. So how can you, the viewer, clear the clutter and know what's right? For that, I'll be joined by an expert in studio, and this very special segment is called Mutual Fund Simple Hai. So the statement today that we're going to be focusing on is investing in mutual funds is the same as investing in the stock market. Now, is that a myth or is that a fact? First up, before we speak to the expert, first up, we went out, we spoke to people, and let's hear what people had to say about that.
No, it's not the same.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so, because I personally feel that mutual funds are more safer than the stock market.
Don't think so.
No, not really.
Kind of.
No, there's a difference according to me.
All right, now that we've heard from the people, I'm joined in studio by our expert today. We have Suresh Sadgoapn. He's the MD and Principal Officer at Ladder 7 Wealth Planners. Investing in mutual funds is the same as investing in stock markets. Is that true or is that a myth?
For a lot of people, equity investing is the same as mutual fund investing because they know about equity mutual funds and they are investing in equity mutual funds. They have seen some returns. And so they equate equity mutual funds with equity investing. So even assuming it is equity investment and equity investing, it is not exactly the same. So in the case of a mutual fund, again, there is a fund manager and analyst team who are doing that work for you without you really getting into actually finding out about the company and choosing the right company and investing. The second very important thing about mutual funds is that mutual funds are not only equity mutual funds. Mutual funds actually straddle the entire asset spectrum. So you have equity mutual funds, you have hybrid mutual funds. Apart from Indian equity mutual funds, you have international equity mutual funds. You have active funds, you have passive funds. Active funds are those where the fund manager is involved. Passive funds are those where you can actually directly mimic an index. So it can be equity, mutual fund can be debt, mutual fund can be hybrids, it can be multi-asset, it can be gold, it can be silver and so on. So mutual funds in a sense actually straddles the entire spectrum. So it is incorrect to say that mutual funds are only purely equity.
Okay, and because what happens, Suresh, and would love your experience in this, because I'm sure people then get really worried because they feel that, okay, I'm at that stage when I don't want to invest, say, in equity shares, stock market, and therefore they say, nee, I don't want to invest in mutual funds only because that will be there. So how much of this guidance are you able to provide to people when they might come to you and talk to you about this concern?
So it's all a matter of what is appropriate for a person in their particular personal situation, in the kind of risk that they can take. I mean, basically everybody has a certain risk profile. So a lot of times they say that if you are young, you have a very high propensity to take risk. So that is what is called risk capacity, not risk profile. There can be two 30-year-olds. One can be very aggressive in their investment intent and another person may be very, very conservative. So we need to take into account all that, and we need to also take into account where they want to go, and accordingly we will have to put together a portfolio which will actually work for them. So what works for one need not be something that will work for another person. So it has to be a carefully calibrated, well prepared portfolio for achieving whatever they want to achieve.
Exactly. But the main story for today at this segment is, of course, that this is the myth that has been busted, that investing in mutual funds is not about just investing in the stock markets. Through mutual funds, you can invest in debt markets, you can invest in gold, and you can invest in a lovely mix, a lovely hybrid of them. Like we say, har zarurat ke liye there is a mutual fund. Thank you, Suresh, for being here and for talking to us. And stay tuned to the channel for more of such segments on Mutual Funds Sahi Hai presents Smart Nivesh Sahi Nivesh, partnered by Times Network. Thank you so much for watching.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.